$50 million. Like, I don't know. It's one of my... Who knows? Who gives a... Where did most of the money go? Houses or...
Planes, it's stupid shit. It was fun.
Because of the... of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
And also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months.
The whispers surrounding Floyd Mayweather's financial stability have reached a deafening crescendo, with combat sports icon Joe Rogan and heavyweight legend Mike Tyson openly questioning the reality of his fortune. Despite a carefully curated image of limitless wealth, both men point to Mayweather's relentless pursuit of exhibition bouts against vastly overmatched opponents as a glaring...
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
Tell me, so like, what's the difference now from like your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more businesses, more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game of it when he turned into the pretty boy.
Yeah, that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. He beat everybody I thought would give him a chance. He just wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best. He didn't pick guys. He took the best. Even the guys I picked against him, he beat everybody, made everybody wrong.
Right.
And that's why he who he is.
Indicator of hidden desperation. It's an incredibly striking contrast. The man who branded himself Money is now being scrutinized by the very peers who understand the terrifying speed at which unimaginable wealth can completely evaporate. For Rogan and Tyson, the math simply doesn't add up. Why would a billionaire who claims to have conquered the
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Financial world continue to risk his health and legacy in glorified sparring sessions if the bank accounts were truly overflowing. Mike Tyson offers a profoundly raw and psychological perspective on Mayweather's post-career trajectory. Reflecting on his own meteoric rise and subsequent catastrophic fall, Tyson suggests that Mayweather is trapped in a dangerous cycle of arrogance and self-delusion. According to Tyson, the core issue isn't just about spending. It's about a fundamental refusal to embrace humility and reality once the bright lights fade. Tyson explicitly states that a fighter must eventually bring their head down.
We got two more deals I want to get into. Floyd Mayweather just did a big deal. It's a short one, so let's get into that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. just bought $402 million in a real estate portfolio. That's dope. That's super dope. It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000 unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got a thousand units and 60 buildings.
Down to God, implying that Mayweather's perpetual need to project supremacy and flaunt his riches is a defense mechanism masking deep-seated insecurities. Coming from a man who famously squandered hundreds of millions of dollars, Tyson's analysis serves as both a grim warning and a tragic
exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money. He
spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd still trained even when he doesn't have a fight.
Diagnosis of the money persona. The narrative surrounding Mayweather's financial acumen takes a fascinating turn when examining his recent real estate maneuvers. Amidst swirling rumors of severe debt, Mayweather executed a massive $42 million acquisition.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's one thing.
Okay, what was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Gentlemen, let's do this.
Nah, a bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah, sneak this that's that shit I don't like. Don't like.
Offering 60 commercial buildings and over 1,000 affordable housing units in Upper Manhattan. While this is widely celebrated as a masterful pivot toward long-term, generational wealth, skeptics argue it is a calculated, desperate PR response to the growing chorus of critics highlighting his reckless spending.
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Is this the act of a visionary businessman cementing his empire, or a frantic attempt to convert dwindling liquid assets into tangible security before the financial walls completely cave in? Joe Rogan dissects the underlying motivation behind Mayweather's return to the ring against Conor McGregor, framing it as the ultimate manifestation of the drug of boxing. While the crossover spectacle generated over $100 million for the undefeated champion, Rogan suggests,
where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes, it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy.
On social media, Mayweather often shows large amounts of cash and bank details as proof of success. Some people respect this openness, while others see it as too much and a sign of insecurity. These displays grab attention, but also lead people to question how stable his finances really are.
Experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risks because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing.
That Mayweather is addicted not just to the competition, but to the massive influx of cash required to sustain a lifestyle built entirely on excess. Rogan posits that Mayweather's current exhibition tour, fighting opponents who possess absolutely zero chance of defeating him is a brilliant.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had Girl Collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl. But whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl Collection. Yeah.
Seen unprotected losses. The dichotomy between Mayweather's public partying and his legendary private discipline is one of the most fascinating aspects of his legacy. Joe Rogan notes that while Floyd cultivated an image of a reckless partier, frequently seen in Las Vegas nightclubs.
I think with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to as well? If he didn't have to cut a...
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's, can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him. And, but he does, everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius. And it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't weigh out. Because I love a row and I love the fighting, let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, what sting coming at my ass?
I spoke on stage with Floyd Mayweather. We really resonated. And I gave him a hard time because we were in Miami and I go, dude, I don't watch boxing. That's not my thing. And we chit-chatted about that. And we just spoke about wealth. And we went through the thing. When he stopped boxing, he put so much capital into real estate. He's like, Andy, why didn't anybody tell me this years ago? Because he goes, I'm paying so much in taxes. I don't like the government being my partner. He took all of his money into real estate. And he's like, Andy, I've never had to work so little for so much. He made $100 million in one night. Yeah, the government took half that. Now I make a lot of money and I never get out of bed.
Joe Rogan highlighted that Mayweather's constant flaunting of luxury items may be part of a deeper issue. With rumors of financial trouble, his glamorous posts start to look less like celebration and more like a mask for insecurity. The very image that made him famous now contributes to a narrative of instability.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still f everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. Yeah. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. You know, he kept his...
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas. He'd be partying. It looked like he's partying. He's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
The foundational roots of Mayweather's hyper-competitive drive can be traced directly to his incredibly intense, often volatile upbringing under his father and uncle. The Mayweather family dynamic was built on a relentless, combative environment where talking...
You just look at boxing in terms of like how often do you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young. Yeah. Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing skill.
Trash and asserting dominance were survival mechanisms. This early conditioning forged the greatest defensive fighter in history, but commentators suggest it also fundamentally warped his relationship with money. For Floyd, wealth isn't merely a tool for comfort.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that. And then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
It is the ultimate scorecard, a championship belt that he must constantly defend and display to prove that he is still the undisputed king of his family and the world. Mayweather's philosophy on generational wealth has sparked intense debate regarding his legacy as a father and a mentor.
My most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
Tell me about your watch collection, dude. You have to have one of the biggest watch collections in the world.
My watch collection, I think I got somewhere upwards of 100 watches, and I got a lot of $1 million watches.
What should I pay for this one? What do you think? You're here for me now. I need some help. Help a little man out, okay?
That watch is a couple $100,000, easy, but it's worth it because it goes up in value. It appreciates, not depreciate.
Dude, how do you buy a $17 million watch?
No, 18.
18, sorry.
The thief that orchestrated that brilliant business coup is now the exact trait causing analysts to wonder if he has finally bet more than he can cover in his post-fighting life. The controversy surrounding Mayweather's exhibition tours is further complicated by severe allegations of
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Is that a fighter who possessed the most impenetrable defense in the history of the sport may have entirely failed to protect himself from the ultimate opponent, his own uncontrollable ego and the devastating consequences of financial reality.